Hey guys, what's up? Car Talker here, and today I'm here with a Neonectar Stride deck profile. This is a Musketeer variant, so I won't be making a pure new Neonectar stuff until I get some of the newer stuff. For example, the stuff that comes in the CD. I think I don't think I'll be using that just yet, because the support they have right now is not as great as the current Musketeer engine. So I'm just gonna show you guys my build of the Musketeer deck. It's very consistent, and you can build up your field really fast early game. So that's why it has an advantage over the the Generation Break build. Anyway, enough babbling. Let's get right into the deck profile. So for the starting Vanguard, we run I think it's Broccoli Musketeer Kira. Her skill is kind of lost one move this card into solo. Look at the top 5 cards and search a grade 3. So she's the grade 3 searcher. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's important that she has Musketeer in her name, because if you don't need to search for grade 3, you can always use her as sacrifice fodder. Next, we run 4 Ashias. She is obviously the Stride Break for the deck, and she has a pretty good Generation Break 2 skill. It's Generation Break 2. On your turn, all your units get the skill, Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. During this turn, if your Vanguard or Rearguard Circle has another unit with this name in it, it gets plus 5,000 power. So it's pretty good. It sets up really nice numbers, and it sets up nice numbers, and it helps you set up plays. Though she is a little slow, so we run some other cards earlier to fight, because usually you don't use her Generation Break 2 effect until you finish. You run out of strides, or you have no Counter Blast to use. So yeah. Besides that, her Stride Break skill is kind of last one. When a unit strides on top of this unit, you pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for a card with the same name as a unit on your rearguard circle, and call that into a rearguard circle. Shuffle your deck, and then that unit gets plus 2,000 power. So it's a free call, or not free call. It's kind of last one, but most of the time you're gonna search for Pansy Musketeer, because she's a really good card, and yeah. Right. So, next, we run 4 of the Legion Musketeer. Vera, I think her name is? Yeah, Vera. She is not... We don't run, what's her face? Martina, because she is not... She's really slow. And yeah, you don't want to fill your deck with that many. Her effect's just not that great, I guess, compared to the other stuff we have in this deck. So, Vera's skill is when this card performs Legion during this turn, all your Musketeers get plus 3,000 power. And her second skill is you may retire a Musketeer unit to look at your top 5 cards and search for a Musketeer unit and call it to a rearguard circle, and then shuffle your deck. And this effect can only be used once per turn. It's a really useful skill to pile up for your drop zone. And it also helps you set up your field for units with the same name, so you can do some stride plays later if you want. So yeah. Next, we run 4 Gaibonto. Gaibont. Kind of last one. Choose a Musketeer unit and retire it, and then look at when this card is placed on the Vanguard or Rearguard circle. You may pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 4 cards of your deck and search a Musketeer unit and call it. So it's a scrapper, very generic scrapping skill. Yeah. Run 4 Pansy Musketeer Sylvia. When this card is called the Vanguard Rearguard circle, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Musketeer unit, you may call it to a rearguard circle, and if not, shuffle your deck. So So basically everything in this deck is a Musketeer except for her, so if you happen to reel her, then that's quite unfortunate, but for the most part, you shouldn't have too much trouble revealing a non-Musketeer unit, because now even all your all your triggers are Musketeers, so yeah. Next, we run 3 Musketeer Sauls. She helps you recycle some units, Musketeer units. When this card attacks when your Vanguard is in Legion and this card attacks a Vanguard, you pay the cost, which is choose 3 Musketeer units, normal Musketeer units, and put them in your deck, and then you can draw a card. So basically, you're going to use her to recycle your Sylvias and other stuff, because you can't recycle triggers, so you're mostly going to try to recycle the cards that are most useful to you. So either extra Veras in your drop zone, or Sylvias and Perfect Guards, and then you can draw a card, so that's a nice bonus. So yeah. Next, we run the Dandelion Musketeers. So she's the main booster for the deck. Her skill is when this card boosts and you shuffle your deck during this turn, this card gets 3000 power when it boosts. So it's a 9k booster, and combined with Vera, she's a 12k booster, which is not bad. Helps you form a proper column with Sylvia, because she is only a 7k, which is quite a downer, but if you activate a Vera's skill, she bumps a 10k, which is not bad, so yeah. Next, we run 4 Rebekahs. She's a Great One version of Gaibont. Pretty self-explanatory. Kind of last 1 to scrap a unit, and then look at top 4 to Superior Call 1. Yeah, this deck does counterblast a lot, but it doesn't matter because you have a lot of unflippers in this deck. And this is one of them. So last 2 unflip 2 damage. And it's called the Rearguard Circle. Yeah, she's obviously useful because you can unflip damage and you can rip out Soul to perform Legion faster. And you can also put some more Musketeers in your drop zone so you can fuel some other effects. So she's nice, and you can recycle her, so running 2 is fine. Next, we run 4 Perfect Guards. We don't run Quintet Walls in this deck because you don't actually need them as much. Because in the previous build, we didn't have Stride for Musketeers, so you kind of wanted to Legion as fast as possible. But since you have Stride now, you can just Stride, and then you can pile up your drop zone next turn and do some other stuff. And Quintet Walls cost up a Counterblast, so you might not want to use a Counterblast to do a Quintet Wall skill. Also, Quintet Wall was mostly used with Martina, so yeah, since Saul doesn't actually need any cards in the drop zone to use her effect besides Legion, it's fine. Next, we have this critical trigger, which is very useful. When this card's called to the Rearguard Circle with the Musketeer effect, you can unflip 2 damage. So he also helps you unflip damage. Though he is a critical trigger, if you have nothing else to call and you get this guy, he is not bad to call, because you can just scrap him next turn and then put him back with Legion skills. So, yep. And then we run the other crit, the old crit. Run the draw. And then we run 4 heal, which is not very good looking, but since she's a Musketeer unit, whatever. So this deck is very straightforward. Getting into the G zone first. Show you guys some stuff that you can do. So for the G zone, we run 2 Primervas. She is very counterblast heavy, but since you can inflict so much damage, she is very good for a late game push, since you can get extra attacks off. Her skill is counterblast 3. Choose 5 units in your drop zone and put them into 5 normal units and put them into your deck, and then discard a card. And then when this card attacks a Vanguard, you can choose 2 rear guards, and you can call 2 units for each unit. So you can call 4 units. So 2, for example, if you have Rebecca and Saul, then you attack with this. You can target Saul and Rebecca, and in your deck you can call out 2 Sauls and 2 Rebeccas. So some people get confused. They think you can only call in like 1 of each, but no, you can call in 2 sets. All right. Next. All right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna get off extra attacks with that combo. But yeah. All right. Next, we run for Jingle's Forest Dragon, but I like to call him Jingle's Jungle Dragon because that sounds much cuter. Although he does not look that cute. But anyway, skill is once per turn you can choose a card in your D zone named Jingle's Forest Dragon, and flip it Jingle Forest Dragon and flip it face up, and then choose 2. If you have 2 G units face up on the field, face up in your G zone, your units this turn gets plus 2,000 power for every card with the same with its name. So what that means is it counts itself because it doesn't say another. During your turn, all your units get plus 2,000 power for. Choose one of your units, and until the end of turn, it gets during your turn all your units get plus 2,000 power for every unit you have with the same name as this unit. So basically, it's kind of confusing. For example, if you have Pansy Musketeer, actually no, let's use Marika because she is probably the best example for this. So you have 3 Marikas on the field. You choose 1 Marika, and then during your turn, all your units with Marika in its name get 2,000 power for every unit you have with the same name. So he gets plus 6k, she gets plus 6k, she gets plus 6k. 1 is gone. She gets plus 4k, she gets plus 4k, and yeah. So why Marika is OP is because since she's already a 9k booster, so even if you have 2, you get 6 plus 4 plus 3, so that's like 13k boost, and yeah, it's pretty strong. If you have 3, it's even better because it's just yeah. Marika is just an example, but yeah, pretty much you're gonna probably try and choose a booster because you choose 1 unit with Jingle's Forest Dragon, Jingle Forest Dragon. Right, next we run the Shard unit that came in the starter deck, the trial deck. I mean, I think her name is Arborea. Skill is, when this card attack hits, you may choose a rear guard and search your deck and call a unit with the same name as that rear guard, and that unit gets plus 2,000 power. Most of the time you're going to try to search for another Sylvia, if you have another Sylvia on the field, because Sylvia is a good card, as I said before. For example, if you have a field like this, let's say Rebecca. Actually, it also depends on how much damage you have. Okay, if, for example, you have a field like this. In this case, you might, and you have open damage, you might want to search for a, let's say you have 3 hero triggers. Attack, hit, you can either go, frick, where is it? You go attack, hit, search your deck for Rebecca, because Rebecca is pretty good. This is column attacked already. Try to attack with it, this column first, because you need to do some big plays. So you call Rebecca, counterblast 1, kill your Sylvia, or you can kill her. If they're both stressed, it doesn't matter. And then you counterblast 1, search your top 4, and for this 4, you call 1. Oh, you got another Rebecca. Cool beans. Counterblast 1, retire. So, top 4. Oh, you have a Saul. Then you have another attack. Obviously, you can try to loop it if you have, so that you can have like a full field, like a full column to attack again. But it doesn't usually happen, so yeah, you try not to do that, I guess. But if you can get it off, of course, do it. For example, if you didn't get Saul instead, you got, whoops. Instead, you killed Sylvia and you got under Sylvia. You can call Sylvia, call the top card. If it's this, is fine. You can still get extra attacks in. So yeah, and this also gets plus the plus 2k from her skill. So it is a 9k booster that turn. So it does help you fix some nicer numbers, because in this case, Sylvia will be a 16k column. So it's not bad. I guess I'll do a tutorial for this too, because it might be a little complicated. Say this. Alright. A lot of times, if you Stride Break, you can go, where down my Sauls go? For example, you discard a Saul to Stride, you Stride into this. Let's say this. Yeah, I don't need to teach you guys the Primavera combo, because I already showed you how you can do it. But for example, if you Stride Break, counterblast 1, search another copy. Wait, if you call the Pansy, got this for example, it's fine. Search for another Pansy Musketeer. When you're Stride Breaking, it's best to choose a Pansy Musketeer, because you haven't attacked yet, so you don't actually need to scrap anything, because everything is in stand position already. So you go Pansy Musketeer, and then top deck. Oh, it's Marika. Very, very good. And then yeah. Then you can just proceed to do the stuff you did before. Go attack, and then you go attack, and if you hit, search your deck for something, call, retire, counterblast 1 for for Rebecca's skill, check the top 4. Hopefully it doesn't end up like this, but if you do that, and get an extra attack in. If not, then it's fine. It's always nice to hit into the crit triggers and the unflippers, because you can always infinitely loop if you keep on hitting into these. Not infinitely loop, but you can always set up for more plays next turn. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all for this video. It's a really fun deck to play. If you guys are planning to play the pure Musketeer, or not the pure Generation Break build, I suggest you not, because right now it's not as viable as some other builds out there. Yeah, since this deck shines because pretty much everything you use doesn't have Generation Break, so it's a lot faster. So you can like rush down your opponent with Sylvias and stuff, because a lot of times your opponent's not going to attack your Sylvia. They might, but a lot of times they won't, because it's a 7k unit, so they might think, oh, they're probably gonna scrap it next turn anyway, so they might not attack it. But obviously you have use for it because you can search for another copy of her and do other stuff. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's it. So thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more deck profiles and stuff. I'll be doing actually, I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I might do a Crimson deck soon, since that deck is also very fun to play. Everything in this set is pretty fun to play, and it's not expensive, so yeah. Actually, you guys let me know. What do you guys want to see first? Great Nature, Crimson, or Great Nature, Crimson, Aquaforce Legion. I think is that it? Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not gonna make the Royal Paladin stuff. Don't ask me. Not gonna make it yet. Just cause. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck profile. I've been talking for long enough. This is Card Haku, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.